And so here we are, heading out the door, looking for the Schwebebahn. I got that right, didn't I? Yes. Today's video is sponsored by Heart of the Tribe Gallery, where art meets community. More about that later. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here opposite the station, which is over there. And if I look back down the river, you can see quite clearly why this railway was built. And here comes one now, look. So, what originally happened was, back 100 years ago, this is 100 years old now.
Yes, I think so.
If you look over there, can you see that hill? And if you look over there, you've got another one behind me. Because Wuppertal is built in a very steep-sided valley. So, if you go very far from this river or the road, you're going up a hill. And they wanted a railway. So what could they do? Well, an ingenious guy, whose name I've forgotten, so I'm going to put up on the screen, said, use your dead space. Where is the dead space? Over the river. And that's exactly what they did. They built a railway over the river. Now that's genius. Let's go and have a look at the station. So, I guess we go left or right, don't we? Which way do you want to go first? This way. Let's choose this one. There's 1 in 5 minutes. Look at this amazing engineering here. Oh wow, fantastic. And of course, at the end of the platform, there is simply a huge drop. Over here, look, back down to the river. Here's the track, entering the station. And there you are. There's a lovely picture of it over there where it was being built. Now, I'm not sure, which way do we think this one's going? That way or that way? It's going to go that way. So we're looking for the train coming from that direction.
Usually the same as on streets.
Sorry?
Driving on the right, so midway.
So it's going to go that way?
Should be.
Right, in that case.
You must invalid this to get it valid.
Well, how do you get it valid? Oh, right, I thought we had a ticket.
So, yes, you have a ticket. Huh? Search for one.
So we need to find another one of them.
Yes.
The other stairs came up. There'll be one over here. One will be at the back anyway, because that's where the. That's not one there, is it?
That's not working. We asked.
Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. So now we're valid.
Now it's invalid, and now it's valid because it's invalid.
Gotcha. So if we stand over here, this will be the back of the train, won't it? You can see that's where we were stood just now, down there, looking back along the river. Really is an amazing piece of machinery this. I'm so excited to be here. This one going the wrong way. So as you can see, the driver with the amazing moustache, that is a really good moustache. Hey! The driver over there will be driving this train and it goes round a loop and it will come back and it will be pointing this way. In fact, look, here comes ours now. Here we are. Now if we're lucky, the back seat will be unoccupied. But of course we're not lucky. So what we'll do, we'll just get on the back coach and wait for these people to get off.
Yes.
Which presumably, to a lot of people, this is just a train, so they will get on and off, won't they? And here we are at the far end of the line where everybody has to get off and the train to turn round. Let's go and see how they do that, shall we? Now, if you look over here, you'll see the wheel. This is the driving cab. And what happens is, they're going to come up here. There's the depot over there. Look where they store them. And then they're going to travel around this, which is going to put them back over there where we are going to be in a minute, because we're going to travel the end of the line, length of the line. Here we go, look. Here it comes. There you go. Now he will take that round there. That's a really tight curve. Look at the bellows on the doors. As it goes round, you can see the mechanisms up there working. And there it goes. That goes all the way around there, and it's going to join up over there. So what we're going to do now is we are going to head over to that platform and see if we can wheedle a back seat, aren't we?
Yes.
That's what we need to do. So let's go, it's this way. Ausgang, that means out, I believe.
Exit.
Exit, oh, exit. Similar but not quite the same. So what we do is we come over here. There's our new platform up there. So we need to go back up some stairs somewhere. Tickets, we've got tickets.
Yes, we have.
Display, stairs, here we are. So we'll head up here and start lurking near where those back doors are till we're at the front of the queue. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. We can just push people out of the way if necessary. It's 1 in 2 minutes and 1 in 7 minutes, so we'll work out where the back door is, because we can stand on this one. So we're going to stand right here. There's some people with the same idea, look. And here is the same view, but from the front of the train. Here are some interesting facts about the Wuppertal Schwebebahn. This amazing structure is older than anyone alive today. Way back at the beginning, it was referred to as the Devil's Ride. As we will see, it turned out to be one of Germany's most successful rapid transport systems. Indeed, it is credited with creating Wuppertal itself. The Schwebebahn, or floating train, is a rapid transport suspension railway which carries 80,000 riders a day, making it the town's primary transit system. It stops at 20 stations and is a route of 13.3 kilometres, and it gets up to speeds of 60 kilometres an hour. To travel from the western terminus of Feldwinkel to the eastern terminus of Wuppertal takes around 30 minutes. The Wuppertal Schwebebahn is actually considered to be the safest form of transport in the world. In all its 123 years of operation, there have only been 20 incidents, most of which resulted in minor injuries or vehicle damage. In 2008, the front of one of the trains was struck by an extended crane jib, slicing it open. Since then, a special licence is needed to operate cranes near the line. In 1950, in order to promote shows, it was agreed that Tofi the elephant should make a ride on the train. Spooked by the noise and the movement, Tofi simply charged the side of the carriage before falling without injury into the river below. Over 20 drivers claimed to have been driving the train that day, and the local milk company and brewery both has Tofi as their mascot. In April 1999, the worst nightmare happened. Rail car 4 plunged into the river when a claw left by a workman caused the bogie to derail, plunging the train into the river below. This killed 4 people and injured 47 more. It ended nearly a century of safe operation from 1901 to 1999. Over 100 years ago, the inventor of the system, Eugen Langen, had unsuccessfully pitched his system to Berlin, Breslau and Munich, but with no success. However, when the towns of Barmen, Elberfeld and Feldwinkel came across Langen, they knew straight away they had found the solution to their problems. Mass industrial development meant the once quiet Wupper Valley was now home to 400,000 people. The Wupper Valley was one of the first places in the world to suffer traffic problems. In 1895, the 3 towns gave the go-ahead for the building of the Schwebebahn, and straight away it hit problems. People said it would be too loud, it would be too shaky, trains would fall off, and it would damage buildings and reduce house prices. Others claimed that the first time the river flooded, it would all fall down. The company even had to buy curtains for all the properties along the route so passengers could not see into bedrooms. Construction eventually began in 1898. Almost 20,000 tonnes of steel was used for the supports and stations, and the project went only slightly over budget, costing 60 million Reichsmark. 80% of the line runs over the Wupper River, with the remaining 20% running over the town's streets. In 1900, 1 year before it opened to the public, Kaiser Wilhelm II was invited for a test ride. So great was the fear of assassination that every one of the 472 supports had a guard that day. The Schwebebahn opened in March of 1901 and was an instant success. On its opening day, it had a frequency of 10 minutes per train. However, on the very same day, this was increased to every 5 minutes to keep up with demand. The Schwebebahn was so efficient, its running costs so low, it made a profit in its first month. The Schwebebahn also caused 3 towns to move closer together and creating a common identity. In 1929, they came under the name of Barmen-Elberfeld. This was changed to Wuppertal the following year. Wuppertal means Wupper Valley. In World War II, 38% of Wuppertal was destroyed. Several stations were destroyed together with dozens of pillars and other structures. It was up and fully running by 1946. Riding this train is incredible and it is well used by locals and tourists alike. The biggest takeaway for me in all of this is that a transit system as old as this still manages to look like it's come straight from the future. Well, that's it, we've ridden end to end, haven't we?
Yes.
It was really, really good, and there it goes. It's going to go round in a minute. I don't know where it's going to go because there's a train over there already. Maybe that one's going to the depot. So there you go, goes in the hole on the right, stops for a second, and then it'll come out here when that train over there has gone, which it will in a minute, and then we will go all the way down somewhere, probably down there I'd imagine, and come back up on the other side to catch the train back to the centre of town, really, where the stations is, isn't it? So that ride you've just been on was 13 kilometres from that turntable to the one behind you there. And it was so enjoyable, even though I had to film it. It was a beautiful journey, and when we go back in a minute to the central station, I won't be filming. So at that point, I'll be looking out the window. So over there is the station that we arrived on. They come across these tracks and into this area, which apparently I'm told is where they maintain them. When we were at the other end, it's where they store them or depot them. Quite an amazing structure, this. Quite an amazing structure, and of course we'll be going off that way again, back to the central station, or Hofbahnhof. Oh, whatever it is. My German is crap. So, I've got to ask, what did you think of that? Did you enjoy that? 'Cause
Yes.
we've taken this man on it for the first time because Roland's never been on this before either. So we're both, if you like, I guess what you could call it, what's this thing called? The Schwebebahn Virgins. They're up. We
Yes.
were the Schwebebahn. In fact, that might be the title of the film. Schwebebahn Virgins. We'll get there in the end. But anyway, so that train's going to come through in a minute. We're going to cross over there and head back. But for now, from Wuppertal and from the wonderful, wonderful Roland who came to meet us all the way from down in the south of Germany. Perhaps we'll go down there next time. But from us, from Wuppertal, goodbye. The Heart of the Tribe Gallery is a community art gallery situated near the top of Glastonbury High Street. They host amazing exhibitions supporting local artists, and they have a beautiful secret garden out the back. So be sure to check them out and support local art.